Namaste everyone. So let's begin the session depression in older adults and reduction of all physiological functions. So let's start it. So this is called as geriatric depression. Geriatric depression is a mental and also emotional disorder affecting the older adults. Feeling of sadness and occasional blue moods are normal. However, lasting depression it's not a typical part of aging. Older adults are more likely to suffer syndromal depression as well. This type of depression does not always meet the full criteria for major depression. However, it can lead to a major depression if left untreated. So, what happens in that? Depression in older adults can reduce the quality of life and also it can increase the risk of suicide. Read on also to learn about the symptoms to watch for the treatment options as well. So, causes of geriatric depression. There is no single cause of depression in any age group. Okay, so what happens in that? Some of the researches and research papers indicates that there could be a genetic link to this disease. However, biological, social, and psychological factors all play a role in depression in older adults. Research suggests that the following things may contribute to the depression as well. So, in terms of that, low levels of key neurotransmitter chemicals in the brain, such as the serotonin and also non-epinephrine, and a family history of depression. Traumatic life events such as abuse or the death of the loved ones, and also complications associated with aging also may contribute to the depression in older adults. So you can say the depression is very common thing in terms of the people, those who are getting older. That is why in the young age, I always tell to the adults, do the things that you are not regret in the older part, because sometimes because of the regret the depression comes. So it can include the limited mobility, the problems, isolation will be there, facing mortality, transitioning from work to retirement. It is a different phase from work to the retirement because the children is growing so fast and the children doesn't have time with your parents. So prolonged substance abuse, death of the friends and the loved ones was going on from here and there, widowed and divorce, chronic medical conditions, etc. So what are the symptoms of depression? Symptoms of depression are in the same in any of the age group. They can include the sadness, okay, feeling of worthlessness, irritability, fatigue, crying spells, apathy, restlessness, etc. So what happens in that? Lack of concentration also it is there. Withdrawal it's there. These all are the symptoms. Sleep problems. The person may is depressive when they doesn't have problem in the sleep. I always say enhance your quality of sleep. At least sleep pattern should be around 7 to 8 hours, minimum 7 to 8 hours, so that you can work efficiently. Changes in appetite, thoughts of suicide, physical aches and pains. Depression is the often cause of the physical pain in the older adults. Why? Because from the mental problems physical problem starts. That is not caused by other medical condition. It's not explained in the medical terms, but it is explained in the yogic terms. If you have several these signs and symptoms, they last for more than 2 weeks. Talk with your doctor. These could be the signs of depression or another health condition. Don't ignore the warning signs. If left untreated, serious depression may lead to death by suicide. Suggested that increasing selenium intake, in the diet, what you can do, that selenium qualities improve moods, reduce anxiety, which can help, to inculcate the depression and more manageable. Selenium is present in a variety of foods, for example, whole grains, Brazil nuts, you can eat it. Vitamin D foods, you can take it. Okay, vitamin D in terms of the morning, morning sunlight, it is more good, and the UV rays, it is not harmful. So in the day it is more harmful, so you can take the bath of the sunlight in the morning routine, do the visualization technique, change your pattern. When you will change your pattern from the early stage, it will diminish the qualities and quantities of depression more. Omega 3, you can take it. The results of some studies suggested that omega 3 fatty acids with might help from the depressive disorders. Eating omega 3 fatty acids reduce the risk of the mood disorders and enhances the brain functioning. Okay, and preserving the myelin sheath from the protects nerve cells. Antioxidants, you can take vitamin A. It can be found out in the beta carotene products. Carrots is a good source of vitamin A and beta carotene. Vitamin C, vitamin E products, you can have it, which works as an antioxidant. So depression can be happen to anybody in the older stages, but in terms of you have to fight with your own, because that time maybe you don't have the children's, you don't have your partner. So these activities, the forming of a life routine from morning wake up to early get up on the bed, it will reduce the capacities of depression. And also because of depression, your all the physiological symptoms will diminish. Like for example, your breathing problems will become more, anything, your heart rate palpitations will start more and more, risk of the cardiovascular diseases. So this is the things and can be helpful by the yoga therapy. So in terms of yoga therapy, do the follow the proper routine, do a simpler exercises which you can find out that it is easy to do it in a daily life. So this is all about the geriatric depression, or you can say depression in older adults. Thank you so much for joining this session.